You all know venture capitalist Mark Andreessen. He said, "We believe the pendulum has gone too far against going public." And he's talking about tech IPOs. Stephen, what do you think?
This is from the guy who swung the pendulum, right?
Probably, right?
So I think he's got a point, right? So most of the recent, or a number of the recent big deals have not been equity funding. They have been these debt fundings. And for some of the companies, they've got decent deals, but some of them have got pretty bad deals, like Spotify, right? I mean, that was like a subprime deal in unicorn land. It was terrible, like interest rates going up to 10%. So I think the money is kind of drying up there for these kind of late stage venture capitalist funds.
No, I think you're wrong, because look at what happened with Uber. Like Uber and Airbnb just raised some debt.
But both debt.
That
both
just
debt,
means
not
that
equity.
there's so much money available to them. They can get whatever they want.
It's both debt. They're going to be paying. And the interest rate, I don't think on either was disclosed.
But
right?
that tells me
Uber was like 4.5%.
But Steve,
like,
your
and it's a
point-
leveraged loan, right?
that tells me though that they don't need to tap the public markets because they can access leveraged loans.
Yeah, but they're
Private
going
companies
to.
don't
But
usually
Stephen,
do
your
that.
point is that debt is obviously a different kind of situation than like a classic investment.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the type of thing that these companies usually take on. And when you take on debt, you're diverting money, right? Because you got to pay that interest back. You're diverting money from resources that you could be using to build up your business. That's always the point is. And so I think it's getting harder. The fact that they can't find equity, the fact that they're having to go to debt, is getting harder for them in the private market. But what I will say is that there's no panacea here. It's not like the IPO market's going to be great for these guys. I mean, look at the unicorns that have gone public, right? And I know, especially in the fintech space, the stocks have gone straight down. I mean, Twitter, right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. So these tech companies haven't done that well in IPOs. There's a ton waiting to come in, right? There's a lot of unicorn. When that door opens, there's going to be a lot rushing in. It's not going to be so great in the IPO market either.
Aaron, you don't think debt is really that big of a deal? What's
Well, no, and I also think that we should take Andreessen's comments. I mean, he's very smart. He definitely knows what's happening in the market, but I think we should take these into consideration. He's a person who his firm is known for driving up the valuations of these private market companies. I mean, they are known for kind of overpaying and investing at very high valuations. And so it serves him to say the IPO market's coming back, because these companies are so valuable that they are not even M&A targets, really, because they're so big. There are very few companies that can afford to acquire these really overvalued tech companies. They have to go public. And I think he's just hoping to finally see some IPOs.
Well, and of course,
his own portfolio.
he needs to see his money.
Right.
I mean, he needs
That's
to
true. He's
liquidate.
talking
He
about-
wants he wants his return. All right.
He's
so
definitely talking his own book. But the other thing, if you listen closely to what he's talking about, he's not talking about the traditional IPO. He's talking more like the Facebook IPO, right? Where we've got different classes of shares. They're going to be public companies, but they're going to be protected public companies.